back to my channel. It is your girl Scott here today, and if you are new, hit the subscribe button down below so you do not miss a future upload. And if you can't tell by the way I'm filming this video, it's going to be part of my according to Spotify blank, and this time is an artist that I kind of feel like is like my summer artist, partially because of my sister, but it is going to be my most played / top 10 songs of the Bay City Rollers. So without further ado, let's just get into the Rollers. Okay, so I have 10 songs of like my top most played / like favorites. I kind of, well, if they're in the top 10, you know they're my favorite. And then I do have 3 honorable mentions towards the end. So the first one's going to be My Baby. Y'all, I love the Ronettes version, like Ronnie Spector, Queen, love her so much. But hearing this song from a male's voice just hits different. And then when you realize like how young the Rollers were, of course, like minus Alan, like he was like having to lie about his age. I digress. Listen, go watch their whole story. Some of the stuff is just like so sad and crazy. But as young as Les was when he sang the lead on this song, it's like, oh my gosh, like he was like, I feel like he had like that like puppy love. Like he was like looking for the girl he wanted to be with the rest of his life at that like in the moment. I don't know if I'm explaining that correctly. I probably sound like I'm a crazy person, but Be My Baby, I'm a hopeless romantic. You could tell Les was like having that hopeless romantic vibe as well. Now, number 2 is Let's Go. This song I discovered in 2021, so I will say I have been a fan of the Rollers since 2015. My mom introduced me to them, and I guess she was like having a period of nostalgia around 2015, so she was going in and Googling like all of the band members. Somehow she found out Les had a Twitter account and started talking and like trying to help. There was like a movement on Twitter. I don't know if anybody else was in the roller community at the time. Either you were younger or older fans, as I've discovered a lot of cool people around that time, where we were trying to get Les verified, because at the time Twitter was like you didn't like get to pay for it, like to get verified you had to like have an X amount of followers and like all these other requirements. So because I was popular in the R5 / Driver, what is now the Driver Era band fandom, I was able to try and get like people over there to follow him, and I still feel very fortunate, and it's very sad to me as well, and like bittersweet that Les still follows me after all these years, as Pico has like and Juby have micromanaged his Twitter account. So anyway, going back to my story about number 2, Let's Go. I like got off track, sorry. I don't know if I've ever told the story of how I discovered the Rollers. It's because of my mom, and like every year like I fall in love with their music again, especially in the summertime. So that's why I'm kind of like doing this like early kind of like summer, I want to say summer vibes video. But Let's Go I discovered in 2021 after Les's way early unfortunate passing, and I just love it. It's just like a hype song to me, one of their hype songs on their discography. Number 3 is literally the reason why I fell in love with the Bay City Rollers. I don't want to say like, I gotta say it like this, and I think I've talked about this in a video somewhere on the internet, or maybe it was like to Samantha, or like I was talking to somebody. I don't really have a favorite, because I learned about them when they were older. So I saw pictures of Les older, Eric older, Alan older, Derek. I really didn't see pictures of Derek older until like recent years, like last 2 years. And then of course Woody older, but Woody kind of still looks the same, like low key. That's just my opinion. Just an older version of himself when he was a teenager, but I digress. But I only want to be with you. There's a specific video on the internet. I'll hopefully find a screenshot and put it here on the video. It is Les and the band singing this song in '76. Ian was in this video, and I have this in my head every time I hear this song where Les is like going like this. I think he's like going like that to the song, and I think he's wearing either a black or blue jacket. Me and Samantha used to watch that video every single day when we had our old Wii. So if you guys are like the younger generation, Wii Nintendo games, you could download YouTube, and that was the only video we could get to play because of like the internet like connection, all this other like technological stuff from like 10 years ago. Everything's advanced. Love smart TVs now, so we can play all our content. But that song sticks in my head. That is the reason why I became a Bay City Roller fan. It's so nostalgic, and to think like 13-year-old me was like reliving a lot of the feelings and memories that a lot of you older generation roller fans now felt at the time, probably like 30-40 years before. It's just like that whole full circle, like we're not gonna let the music die. Number 4 on my list is a song that I felt was like a hidden gem, because I did not realize that Alan could actually sing. Shocker. It is Rock and Roll Honeymoon. This comes off the album where there's like pictures of them and stars, and there's like a guy on a motorcycle on the cover. Why am I forgetting the name of the album? Anyways, it came out in 75, I think 75, 76. It was right before Alan left the band for a short period of time. But Rock and Roll Honeymoon, I want to say like I discovered the song more so just based off the title. So I was going through, and this was in 2021. So a lot of the songs that are like B-sides I discovered more recently and have become my favorites because I really only, because I was like 13, 14 at the time, I was just like listening to like whatever was like the top most streamed on Spotify or the songs that my mom would talk about. So Rock and Roll Honeymoon, we love Alan. We love Alan's solo career. I've got songs as an honorable mention that's not actually a Bay City Roller song. Love that song. Alan had, I feel like, a secret hidden voice that could have been more put out there, and I wish there was more songs with him on lead. But of course, everything happens for a reason. Then the next one is Too Young to Rock and Roll. This song reminds me of last year a lot because Sissy was like playing a lot of the songs like February to March a lot. And this was a song that I did not know existed. So thanks, Sissy, for introducing me to this hidden gem, Too Young to Rock and Roll. I also feel like it's very personal, like hype song because I am young. And am I too young to rock and roll? Probably not. But I digress, as I always say. Now, this next song is one of my absolute favorites, and it is probably always played like 1,000 times a week. Not really. I'm exaggerating that part. It is Summer Love Sensation. I wish I was a young teenager again. I know I'm 23. Everyone that's probably older watching like, oh, you're still young, blah, blah, blah. No, I just wish it would feel like this song feels. Like life would feel like a Summer Love Sensation. Like we need to bring this like vibe back. I don't know how to explain it in words. As Sissy says, it's a vibe, but I really love this song so much. It's got a special place in my heart. If only the world could be a Summer Love Sensation every year. Now, this next song, I want to say, is kind of like ironic because once I started listening to it, it hit me that my mom would sing this song all the time, like around the house, or like she just like sing, like blurt out singing some of the lyrics. It is Strangers in the Wind. I did not realize how good of an album it was until we listened to it the whole thing, I believe last year. So I was picking bits and pieces off of it in 2021. But again, I think I like held myself back from a lot of the later discography because I knew like less, like when Les left. And like, you know what? I did not realize how wonderful Duncan Fora's voice was until really like last year, late 23, early 24, when Sissy got like super put into like the later roller content. But again, I feel like Strangers in the Wind is like sort of like autobiographical, but like I think Eric was one, Eric and Woody. I don't know if it was Eric and Woody that wrote the song. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. It wasn't the same way that I think, like I said in another video, I don't take the way that certain songwriters write their lyrics. This one I see from an outside perspective because at the time it was like when Les was getting ready to leave, a lot of crap was hitting the fan based off of the things I read. And it just hits different when you realize like all of them are just strangers in the wind. And Les just like, you know, floated away and started doing his thing in the wind come 79. But I will always love that song. Now the next one is Let's Pretend. Now personally, since a project came out in 2024 and December-ish, November-ish, the Bay City Rollers fan community and Eric and came together and was able to put out this like EP. So my favorite is actually the Let's Pretend demo, which if you did not get it then, you can't hear it now. I can't play the demo. So you can just imagine how beautiful it is. Like it's more raw, it's more I don't want to say authentic, but I love when I find like demos of certain songs. So when I found out that this was going to be on the EP, I was like, here's my money. I have to have this song because Let's Pretend has been like my absolute favorite off and on for the last like 10 years that I've been a fan. It's just, I don't know, I guess because all of us just want to pretend of the good old days and, like, you know, one more night with like maybe a Rollers concert, maybe one more night with somebody special in your life, not just with this specific band, but like in your life personally, if you get what I'm trying to form into words. Now, this next song I consider like a quirky like B-side because I feel like a lot of fans don't talk about it enough. It is When I Say I Love You, The Pie. It's one of those songs like the way the word the pie comes in, like I had been singing it wrong for a couple of years. I don't know what I thought the word was, But last year, this was like the song that I listened to a lot in the summer. It's just so quirky. I just love it so much. And I feel like it's like comparable to like a hidden gem, like in my other videos, the Carpenters video I did. It's like I compare this to like the quirkiness of Man Smart, Woman Smarter. It's definitely one of those songs like not everyone thinks about. Now, true die-hard fans will know this song, but it's like, I don't want to say overlooked, but a little bit passed over. Now, I will say, I don't know if it's off It's a Game or if it's off Strangers in the Wind, because I don't think I have a copy of It's a Game. Sissy does. I'll have to ask her to look into her actual physical LP. But Spotify, it plays from the Strangers in the Wind album, so I don't know if it was like one of those things like when it was like uploaded to the internet, things just got a little quirky, messy, or what happened. Now, the last song on my top 10 list is Angel Angel, and I don't want to say that, how do I word this? I overlooked Eric's singing voice in my youth. I did not realize how good of a singer he was. I looked at him more of as like the greatest guitar player. I often compared Eric Faulkner and Rocky Lynch from the Driver era / R5. So I keep bringing them up. R5 was like my Bay City Rollers, if that's what if I can form that into words, of like the 2010s. So when I started getting into the rollers in 2015, I was obsessed with R5. So I was always trying to make like connections and comparisons. So I often compared Les to Ross Lynch. I know the Bay City Rollers aren't like a family band, just Derek and Alan were related, and then I would compare like Eric to Rocky because they were the guitar players of the groups. So I overlooked Eric's singing voice. I absolutely adore like a lot of the later songs from the Duncan era. So Roxy Lady, love Eric's vocals on that. And of course his solo projects, of course, go stream on faulknersongs.net. Correct me if I'm wrong, anybody. It's been a hot minute since I have talked about the Bay City Rollers, but that is all my top 10 most streamed songs of the Bay City Rollers. This video would not be complete without some honorable mentions. So the first one on this list is actually Dedication, Les's version. Now, this song I always will associate with Les. I know Ian did it on the actual Dedication album, and I think back and forth I have fought myself of whose version I love better. I love them both so much, but because I grew up with Les's version, I think after like now that my frontal lobe has been developing a little bit, Les's version will always be my favorite. Ian's is so innocent and like really cute and like puppy love, high school love version, but Les's I feel like is more like a adult like relationship. I don't know how to explain it, but that's how I feel about that song. I don't know, Dedication, just I don't know, it hits so different from Les's perspective. And then number 2 on my honorable mentions is You Made Me Believe in Magic. Now, if you know me or if you're any like the people that I'm friends with from the roller community or knew my comments before I like stepped away, since like Christmas time I had to step away, this song literally is so funny because this is the one song my dad loves by the Bay City Rollers, but also hates when we play it because it sticks in his head, like sticks like an earworm, and then he hears it the entire rest of the day, night, or like our local radio station. Sometimes it feels like it's somebody up there. Les, are you testing my dad? Just kidding. We'll play it when he's going to work, so he'll like call my mom and be like, you never guess what was on. You made me believe in magic. Now it's gonna be stuck in my damn head all day. It's so funny. I don't know why, it just like that one song, like it's just like an like my dad says, it's an earworm, and it just like gets stuck and then it doesn't get out of your head. Number 3 is The Way I Feel Tonight. This song I should not have been over here obsessing over when I was like 12 or 13. I listened to it with an adult mind the last couple like year or so, and I'm like, oh my god, like what the heck was I thinking? I guess I was kind of like naive in the head because it's very smexy. It is one of those songs that you will probably want to have played at your like slow dance wedding, like last song. Les's passion in this song, you can feel it through the earphones, you can feel it through the speakers, you can feel it, the passion he had when singing it. And then the last song that is an honorable mention, which I gotta be careful how I word this. This reminds me of the summer 2021 with me and Samantha. So there's a TikTok or video floating out there somewhere in the internet of me and Samantha lip syncing to All of Me Loves All of You. I love this song so much. I love the, is it like an unofficial music video that's been floating around on YouTube for a while? Les's hair absolutely crazy. It looks so heavy to me. I wish I could have asked him if like what he did to make his hair look like that. My other favorite part of the video was the jackets that all of the guys were wearing. So I don't know if it's on the back of Alan's jacket that says Al's your pal, and then I can't remember what, oh my gosh, I'm forgetting what the rest of them say, but it's like they got their letters on it. Super cool. But that is my honorable mentions for the Bay City Rollers. If you made it this far in this video, thank you guys so much for watching another video on my channel, music related. If you guys want to see other artists, let me know in the comments below. I'm trying to go through my Spotify and see like who I listen to the most. Now, Samantha was talking about the Bay City Rollers. Thanks, Sissy, for this idea, because I have never discussed my love for the Bay City Rollers on the internet before. I feel like I've been like a hidden fan on my YouTube channel about the Bay City Rollers. I have one video, which I'll link at the end, of my collection at the time. That was about 2 or 3 years ago. I can't remember when I filmed it. I've acquired a couple of the albums since then. I believe, actually, no, I think I did get Strangers of the Wind finally on vinyl last year. But anyways, go watch that current collection at the time. This was like 22, 23. Now I am going to go through again and see if you guys are Spencer Sutherland fans, if you are Mama Cass / My Mamas and Papas fans. I'm trying to get through and look. I'm trying to collect data to see my favorite songs, but I'll catch you guys in one of my next videos. I'll hopefully be soon. Love you, bye!